But now I'm gonna go ahead and make you piss blood now.
Canelo Alvarez and Edgar Berlanga are set to face off in what many are calling one of the most electrifying matchups in recent memory. The anticipation is palpable, with analysts and fellow fighters alike speculating on the outcome.
He really wants to, so he already called it, that for 8 rounds he's gonna put a beating on him. So I do see Canelo maybe winning by stoppage.
Canelo's reputation as an all-time great, combined with Berlanga's undefeated streak and knockout power, sets the stage for a thrilling fight. Predictions vary widely. Some believe Canelo's experience will outshine Berlanga's raw talent, while others argue that the young contender might shock the world. One of the most interesting perspectives comes from Caleb Plant, a former opponent of Canelo's and a fighter well-versed in competing at the highest level. When asked if Berlanga could pull off an upset, Plant confidently stated, "I don't see it."
On that Canelo card, there's a guy that, granted, you're like, hey, if you don't get Canelo, I want to fight you, Edgar. He got the Canelo fight, so is there a possibility that you think Edgar can beat Canelo, or?
I mean, I don't see it, but anything's possible in the sport of boxing.
In boxing, Caleb Plant didn't hold back in expressing his doubts about Edgar Berlanga's chances against Canelo Alvarez. Canelo's track record speaks for itself. He has faced some of the sport's most skilled fighters and consistently emerged victorious, whether through devastating knockouts or tactical decision wins. According to Plant, Canelo's vast experience is a crucial advantage. Having fought legends like Gennady Golovkin, Sergey Kovalev, and even Plant himself, Canelo has proven himself to be a nearly unbeatable force. While Plant acknowledged the unpredictable nature of boxing, he remained confident in Canelo's superiority. Despite his skepticism, Plant didn't entirely rule out Berlanga's potential. Berlanga's youth, hunger, and ferocious knockout power could pose challenges for Canelo if the right circumstances arise. However, Plant believes Canelo's defensive skills and adaptability will likely prove too much for Berlanga at this stage in his career. Interestingly, Plant also hinted at future plans. When asked if he would be interested in fighting Berlanga after Canelo, Plant was quick to respond, "Oh yeah, we can make it happen for sure." A potential bout between Plant and Berlanga would certainly be exciting, particularly if Berlanga manages to push Canelo to the limit or even pull off an upset.
Seen crazier things, but no, I don't see it.
Would you fight Edgar after the fight, or is this like...
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can make it happen after, for sure.
Bernard Hopkins offered one of the most striking predictions for the upcoming bout between Canelo Alvarez and Edgar Berlanga, suggesting that Berlanga might end up pissing blood in the ring. Known for his no-nonsense approach, both inside and outside the ring, Hopkins is highly skeptical about Berlanga's chances. According to Hopkins, this fight doesn't bode well for the young contender, and he didn't hold back in his assessment. Hopkins firmly believes that Canelo is out for blood, predicting a decisive knockout. "No doubt about it," he said. "Canelo's going to knock him out in 5 or 6 rounds, maybe even sooner." For Hopkins, a knockout isn't just a possibility, it's almost a certainty. He attributes this to Canelo's intense mentality and determination, viewing these factors as pivotal to Berlanga's likely downfall. Hopkins is adamant that once the bell rings and Canelo is motivated, the result will be clear.
But if you're asking me, Bernard, who you going for if you had to put money down? Canelo all day.
The upcoming fight between Canelo Alvarez and Edgar Berlanga is generating unparalleled excitement in the boxing world. The matchup is poised to be one of the most electrifying bouts in recent memory, drawing predictions and insights from across the boxing community. Let's delve into some of the most compelling forecasts and analyses surrounding this high-stakes clash. Bernard Hopkins, known for his candid and often brutal assessments, has delivered one of the most dramatic predictions for the fight. According to Hopkins, Berlanga may face severe consequences in the ring. Berlanga might end up pissing blood, Hopkins declared, underscoring his belief that this bout will not end favorably for the young contender. Hopkins, a legendary figure in boxing, views Canelo's experience as a decisive factor. He argued that Berlanga's biggest mistake might have been underestimating Canelo. By underestimating Canelo, the worst thing Berlanga did was energize him, Hopkins explained. He believes Berlanga's confidence and pre-fight talk have only fueled Canelo's determination, transforming what could have been a professional contest into something far more perilous for the challenger. Hopkins elaborated on Canelo's mentality, suggesting that the Mexican champion's fierce competitive nature and desire to send a message are key to his approach. Sometimes you just keep your mouth shut, and maybe the guy won't beat you up that bad, Hopkins advised. He emphasized that Canelo's mindset has shifted from merely securing a win to delivering a punishing lesson. Canelo was just going to beat him up and get his 30 million, but now he's going to make him piss blood, Hopkins added. This statement reflects Hopkins' belief that Berlanga will face not only a knockout, but a career-altering defeat, thanks to Canelo's relentless drive and focus. While Hopkins provided a stark outlook, Robert Garcia offered a unique perspective, focusing on the psychological dynamics at play. Garcia, a respected trainer and analyst, highlighted the importance of the pre-fight interactions and how they might influence the bout. Garcia noted that Canelo's behavior during the build-up to the fight seemed uncharacteristic. It was funny. I didn't see that in Canelo, but it was fun, Garcia said, referring to Canelo's rare display of attitude during the press conferences. Canelo, known for his serious and reserved demeanor, surprised many when he showed a more playful side, even giggling during a face-off. Garcia suggested that this could be part of a strategy to build hype and ramp up the tension. He also mentioned that Berlanga interpreted Canelo's behavior as disrespectful. Garcia implied that Canelo's increased vocal and animated behavior might have been encouraged by his team to generate buzz for the fight. It was funny. It was funny, Garcia reiterated, hinting that the playful attitude could be a deliberate tactic to escalate the excitement surrounding the bout. Despite the mind games, Garcia emphasized that the fight will ultimately come down to power. Both fighters are known for their knockout intentions, and Garcia confidently predicted a knockout victory for Canelo. I think Canelo should win by knockout, he asserted. Garcia acknowledged that Canelo has sometimes held back in recent fights, such as against Dimitri Bivol, where he didn't push for a knockout as aggressively as anticipated. However, he believes this time will be different. Canelo's increased personal motivation and his public statements about delivering a severe beating suggest that the fight will end with a decisive stoppage. On a different note, Eddie Hearn offered a more calculated and optimistic view on the fight. Hearn, a prominent boxing promoter, acknowledged that while Canelo is the favorite, the bout represents a significant opportunity for Berlanga. You never know if you're ready for a fighter like Canelo Alvarez until you get in there, Hearn stated in an interview. He recognized the formidable challenge Canelo presents, but also saw the fight as a crucial moment for Berlanga to elevate his career. Hearn highlighted that Berlanga, at 27, has already made a name for himself with his knockout power and undefeated record. His notable victory earlier this year against Pajuang McKee earned him the WBA's mandatory challenger position at super middleweight. Hearn believes that Berlanga's mandatory status was a key factor in securing the fight with Canelo, and he sees this bout as an invaluable chance for Berlanga to prove himself on a grand stage. While acknowledging the risks involved, Hearn emphasized the potential rewards for Berlanga. This fight represents more than just a shot at titles. It's a moment where Berlanga can elevate his career to new heights, he said. Despite the odds heavily favoring Canelo, Hearn maintained that Berlanga's opportunity cannot be ignored.